What's up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. Hope everybody's having a good start to their day. Thanks for tuning in to the video. I do appreciate it. I got a I got a email from a subscriber. So this is gonna be an email topic today. And the question was, why do men leave a relationship only to turn around a few months later and come back? Why do men walk away from a relationship and then later on retract and come back? Now, of course, I can't speak for all men. I want to make that clear that this is a general, my response is a general response based on my opinion, perspective, life, what I've seen, so on and so forth. Just want to make that clear. Somebody's going to have, you know how people are. What when you're in a relationship, let's just say it's a pretty good one. It's not great, but it's pretty good. Let's just say the woman, I'm just using these things, right? I'm not saying this is all you guys are good for. I'm just using these things. Let's just say she's very attractive, high up there. She don't have to be, but in this example, let's just say she's very attractive. Going into high sevens, eights. Let's just say she could cook very well. Also, high seven, eight. Let's say she is good with kids. Let's say she's a good worker, has a stable career. But for whatever reason, the relationship is not, no relationship is perfect, but the relationship is not great. Of course, nobody's perfect, so he's going to have issues. She's going to have issues. Let's just say one of her issues is she's disrespectful when she's talking to her man. Um, or contentious. Let's use that one. Always starting an argument, always want to be smarter, always wanting to show she is as smart. Let's use that one. Always wanting to show she's as smart as men, making sure nobody ever one ups her, always trying to, show her, give her take on everything. Because sometimes you don't have to say anything, you just let the other person talk. But in this situation, she always want to one up. I'm not gonna let because and I've dated people like this. Not often because I don't have time for it, but whatever they've been through in their past, let's just say there's been maybe some type of mishandling of them. I use that word by a man when they was younger. It can cause some of them to always want to prove that they are better, smarter, all that than a man. So when you're having a conversation with them, they're not gonna yield. So let's just say that is her flaw. Again, nobody perfect. And the dude in the relationship decides, I don't want to deal with this. So I'm gonna, we're arguing all the time, we're this and that and the third. I'm just gonna go my way. Now everybody's situation is different, but just follow what I'm saying. I'm gonna go my way and I'm gonna date other people or be single, whatever. So he goes back into the dating pool or he stays single. Over time, let's just say he's dating somebody else. That woman may not be as attractive as the first one. That woman, food may taste like crap. That woman may be horrible with children. But of course, she's gonna have her excellence too. Maybe she has a good job. Maybe she spoils them with gifts, right? So there. Maybe her face ain't all that cute, but her body is on point. So you make the sacrifice. But over time, the mind of a man can think back to the ex-girlfriend or wife. In this situation, let's say girlfriend. He can think back. So and so, I like to say Keisha in my video. Keisha had all these qualities that Tasha don't have. Now, when you thinking like that, you not break the mind don't remind you until you've done it enough, and then it will. The mind don't remind you. Keisha got a bad attitude. She's contentious and she always gotta be right. She has to have the last say on every matter. The mind don't remind you of that. The mind remind you her body is tough, her bed game is off the chart, she's a hard worker, she's great with kids. See, the mind, she's educated, she's this, she's that. The mind would, and then you say, man, why am I here? I can just go back, look on her Facebook, Instagram, she ain't dating nobody yet. Hit her up on text or whatever. Hey, what's up? She respond. Okay, she responded, so she probably not dating nobody. At least it's not serious. So I'll circle back. So one of the reasons that men circle back, because I've done it. I don't do it anymore because I know now to remind yourself this is why. One of the reasons that men go back is because once they are out of the first relationship, they realize that the rest of the people that they are dating are worse than the one that they left, right? So they say, you're looking out, you think the grass greener on the other side. So you get tired of her mouth, her contention, the arguing with her, and you go away from that. You find somebody that don't argue that much, not contentious, but then they don't have all the other things that the first one had. Your mind don't remind you that the first one was that way, and you go back. I said to the person that sent the email, I said, before I even said, yeah, I'll take it as a topic, I said, from your experience, when the man go back, do the relationship last the second time? And she said, no. Most of the time it don't. I knew it didn't. You know why? Because no sooner than that man is back in the original relationship and they have one or two. See, when you not dating, and this can go both ways. I'm just gonna come from a male point of view. When you are not dating a woman, let's say you dated her, y'all broke up, the way she communicates with you when y'all are just friends, oh man, you gonna think she an angel, bro. Yeah, you gonna be like, man, this girl is perfect, because the way she talk to you is gonna be of such excellence. You're not gonna remember the real her, right? Because y'all ain't in a relate. There's no obligation there. There's nothing there. She's just talking to you like normal. You're just like, man, this why in the world am I not with this woman? That's the same reason why a lot of people do better when they just dating than when they try to get married. Same concept. Once you bring the quote unquote rules to the situation, things change, and a lot of times it just don't work. But yeah, when y'all just friends chopping it up, like, yeah, man, this woman is great. You go back first couple of days, yeah, it's all fresh, it's all new. You excited? Yeah, I got somebody. We back together. I told you, go out there. The grass ain't green. I told you, ain't nobody like out there like for you like me. You gotta let her, once you come back, you gotta let her say all those things. I told you they might look bad at me, but they don't know you like I know you. They don't this, they don't that. You gotta let them do all that yakety yak. After about a couple of days, a week, she gonna start doing the same thing. And of course, this can go both ways. I'm just talking about from a guy's perspective. She gonna start doing the same thing that she was doing that made you leave in the first place. And that's when it will dawn on you. I made a mistake coming back to this woman. Yep. I made a mistake because at the end of the day, no matter how much she cook, clean, sex, all of that, the man's peace of mind is disturbed in that kind of relationship. And he ain't gonna want to be there. But when he leaves it, for some reason, the brain will dull that part out. It won't remind you that she disturbs your peace. You'll forget all about that. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's like a trick of the brain. You'll forget all about that. And you'll just be thinking like, oh my God, if I just had her cooking right now. Oh my God, if the way her body look. Oh my God, the way she smell. Oh, the way she this, that, and the third. All the things that men like. When you're away from it, that's what you'll think of. As you mature, you'll remember, nah. When those images come in of how great she is, as you mature, you'll realize this is the reason that I left. And you don't go back. But to answer the question, the reason that men go back, in my opinion, one of the reasons is they forget why they left in the first place. That's why they go back. But they are quickly reminded when they go back, and that's why that relationship normally does not last as well. And again, this can go both ways. A woman can do the same thing. I'm just talking about men right now. But it can go both ways. But men definitely cater towards a woman of peace. So when he steps away from a woman that's not peaceful, and she has all great attributes outside of that, it's easy to forget that the way that she was and then go back to it only to be reminded. So hopefully this answered the question. Y'all get in the comments, talk about it. Fellas, I know if you keep it real, y'all been there. We've all backtracked on somebody. And I mean, especially the younger we were, if we just keep it real, we have backtracked on women just because they had a fatty on them. Yeah. We have backtracked on women just because there were certain things they could do intimately that maybe somebody else wasn't able to do. That's when you're more younger and you caught up in, this, that, and the third. But again, the relationship ain't gonna last because she's a headache. You don't care if she take her clothes off or not. You keep them on for all I care. You're a headache, keep them on. Keep them on. You don't need to take clothes off. All right, let's talk about it in the comments and y'all be blessed. Peace.